Okay, so to thread, you want to make sure that's pulled up, and you put this side down, and then loop like this, and then go straight down until it catches, then come up with the thread, and then pull it around that metal piece that's in there. So you're going to go up and then move it to the left around that metal piece and then back down. And then you go down to this metal piece and thread in between that metal piece there. And then you'll thread your needle. Alright, so your thread comes to the back, you lift that up, put it down, and then you'll go around that metal piece and then straight down. So number 2, and then you'll go around this number 3 piece and then go up to 4 in a counterclockwise fashion, and then you go back down to 5, and then you'll go back here and you kind of have to loop it or behind that metal piece right there, and then you're ready to thread your needle in. Okay, all right, so there's this thread that's in the bobbin underneath there, and it's already loaded, and you could just press this to lift up and take your bobbin in and out. And so when you put your bobbin in, it's going to be wound counterclockwise, and then you're just gonna wind it around that little metal piece, and then you snap that back into place. Then your thread that's coming from the top, you want to loop that into that little crack of the foot. Okay, and then when you're ready, you place your fabric down, and then you push this pedal down right here. The lever is behind the machine, and so you must have it down before you start sewing. And so here I've got it on the slowest speed possible, and so if you want to speed it up, you can just move this according to the speed you're comfortable with. And then if you need for this...
But you're pushing a go pedal.
Yes, I'm pushing the pedal down below the foot.
But there's a speed
pedal
control by how much you push or go.
No.
Whether you push the foot, it'll go faster or slower.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like a gas pedal. The harder you press the pedal,
No,
the faster.
I mean, to a point, but really this is what's gonna make your stitch go faster. Now here you can see it made a decent sized stitch, and that's with this top setting at 2.5. If you want it to be a longer stitch, you just move it to a higher number, but 2.5 is probably going to be, to me, the perfect size stitch. And then if you want the needle to move to the right, you move it with this lower button. But I like the 0 position where it's lined up with this line on the foot. All right, and so you want to cut your thread about that much because you need to push them both to the back, and you need a little bit of a tail. All right, so you probably have one of these masks that were too big. Eva gave us these, and I was very grateful to her to have these, but they were very large, and so I'm tucking this elastic down in there, and then I folded this so that I can go back over it and make it to where it's a snugger fit. And so the thing that could break the needle is if you're going to go through some thick fabric like this. So I'm going to show you what it sounds like, and you're going to wince, and it might break my needle. And so you probably don't want to have this sound or experience this. But anyway, So I'm gonna press the footer down, and you want it to go for a bit with the, you can move this dial that's on the right and just kind of push it forward through this very thick fabric. I mean, it just does not want to go through it. And so if I push the pedal, it's actually going through it, and it makes that horrible sound. So it didn't break the needle, but I'm just gonna kind of like push it forward and push it, but it just doesn't want to go. So that's why I don't really care for this machine, because I can't go through, that's not that thick, but I can't go through stuff that thick, and otherwise it just gripes at you. So yeah, so I might have to do this one by hand.
Is there anything else you need to show them?
Well, I was gonna have them see how I sew. Yeah, I'm just not gonna do that. Okay. So, is when you start, if you don't want the thread to come out, you want to do a little reverse stitch. So you're going to hit this button after it gets started for about 3 goes, and then you'll go backwards in reverse and then go back over it. That way when you're sewing something, you'll probably want to end the same way. Go backwards and then come forwards just a little bit. So when you go over that allows you to cut the thread very close, and that it won't come unraveled. It won't come undone. It'll stay like that. And then of course you want to cut the back. Yeah, so that's that. Okay, so if you want to change your bobbin color, you have to use one of these plastic ones. You cannot use a metal bobbin. These are the only ones for it. So you can just put it like so, and then you loop this around and get it caught in there. And then the easiest way to do this is just to hold that thread and get it started. Loop it around until it catches so much that it's not going anywhere. And then you're going to put it on in a clockwise direction. And the most important part is you've got to snap it to this. And so then you hit the pedal, the gas pedal, and then it starts winding your bobbin for you. And you just keep going. Depending on how much you want to use, that's probably more than what you would need. So then you'd unsnap it, take it out, and then cut that stragglers off. All right, and then you're done. Okay, and then to load it, remember you've got to put it in where it's going a counterclockwise direction. You loop it behind that metal jutting thing coming out, and then just put your wait, my dyslexia is messing with me big time. What the hell? Oh, it was upside down. Then put the plate onto where it snaps into place. All right, that's it.